So it is a great pleasure and honor that I stand before you today in the heart of this beautiful city, Nairobi, at the iconic Uhuru Park. Many have asked when it will be opened. It is open. Here it is now open. This park, with its lush greenery, with the serene ambience, holds a special place in the hearts of Nairobians and visitors alike. You know, just like the Secretary for Infrastructure has said, this is where many people would come for solace. When you're tarmacking, na umekosa kazi, at lunchtime you just come here and have your air burger as you think about your life. And maybe you might hear a preacher behind you who will encourage you. And then you go back in the afternoon, whether it is Upper Hill or to the offices in CBD, kutafuta kazi. Yeah? And even the students. And I remember a lot of history of this place, including the 27th of August 2010, when we raised that flag for the first time during the promulgation of our constitution. Uhuru Park stands not just as a recreational space, but as a symbol of our city's resilience, unity, and commitment to preserving our natural heritage. It's a sanctuary amidst the hustle and bustle of urban life, a place where families gather, friends meet, and where individuals come to find solace and tranquility. I know also very many who have found the love of their lives in Uhuru Park, on the boat ride, where many would come for a date. And once you're taken on that date and somebody asks you to be their girlfriend in the middle of the water, most times people would say yes. Because you also have to go back to to the dry land. As your governor, I recognize the significance of this park to our national conscience and our collective consciousness. It's a testament to the vision of our forebearers, starting from Mzee Jomo Kenyatta in the 60s, who understood the importance of green spaces in urban planning. Today, we reaffirm this commitment to safeguarding this precious oasis for future generations. I know a lot of propagandists over time, even when this work started, some were saying that the former president is trying to grab Uhuru Park. Some were saying that he's cutting down trees. You know, I don't think anyone would have that kind of audacity, or anyone is that evil to try and take away such a gem at the center of our city. This Uhuru Park will always remain to the people. It is a people's park. In recent years, the park has witnessed numerous events that shaped our history. As I've said, there were peaceful protests, cultural celebrations, and moments of national unity. It has been a stage for the voices of people, a space where ideas are exchanged, and where democracy finds its expression. However, with progress comes responsibility. We must ensure that this park, and we will ensure as a county government, that this park remains pristine and accessible to all. As stewards of this land, it is our duty to protect it from encroachment, from pollution, and from degradation. We must invest, and we will invest in its maintenance. And I want to thank the County Assembly. They have allocated resources for the maintenance to improve our facilities and enhance our biodiversity. Furthermore, we must recognize the role of Uhuru Park in promoting environmental awareness and sustainability. It serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness between humans and nature and the importance of preserving our ecosystem for future generations. We must acknowledge the vision. This used to be a dump site, in the 50s and going into the 60s. This was a huge dump site, first of all, from the railway, debris. All of it used to come here. It is the vision of President Jomo Kenyatta that made it into a park, and the works began in 1966. After that, over the years, it was used, but in 1980 and 1985, when the Pope visited and put up that structure, the Pope's monument that is put up there to remember it, President Daniel Toroitich arap Moi did serious renovation works in 1986. And it is good that even that work in 1986 had a huge component of the military. The military was also involved in 1986. After that, of course, we've seen it being used for politics as well as for recreation. Yesterday, I saw Waziri in Bunge answering questions in the Senate, a place I love going. And it's my favorite place. And while he was answering those questions, I heard him saying that it can never be used again for political rallies. Even if we agree, Waziri, that now is the role of the county. The park belongs to the county government, to the people of Nairobi. It is us who will decide what it will be used for. Of course, we understand, some activities, if you bring to the park, these benches zitaenda, vitu zingine zitavunjika, and we'll be very careful with what it is. But when tukiguswa na roho tuseme tunataka crusade, we can do a crusade. If we decide to do prayers, we can do a prayers. My good friend Waziri has been leader of majority. Now, anaelewa katiba kabisa, anajua national function na county function. But on that one, I am with you. There are certain things that, we would not want to see happening. But all of that is a decision of the county government. I think from today, once this is handed over, all operations of Uhuru Park, every activity within the park is back to the county government of Nairobi, because there is no transfer of functions. It is all back to the people of the city. What we have over the next 9 months that we want to sign is a technical, because there's still works of around how much, I think $500 million that we've seen that need to be concluded. We want, and that work will be financed mainly by the county government. We want to do a dancing fountain, 156 million shillings. We want to conclude the irrigation system. That one, of course, so there's some works the military will still continue doing at Central Park and here. And the military is a great resource for the people of Kenya. I really want to thank the Defense Forces through the CS, Adan Duale. We have seen great professionalism in issues where the military is involved. We've seen adherence to timelines. We've seen, a lot of integrity. In other areas, we've even asked, to partner. For instance, in our central garage, we have a number of officers that we still work with, led by Major Mbuvi, and we're so grateful because of what we've been able to do. Just last month, I was able to flag off another 80 vehicles, trucks, a compactor. We have one compactor that does the work of 8 dozers in Dandora dump site. All of that was done by personnel from the military working with our people. So that partnership continues. The military is a resource for the people of Kenya at the national level and at the county level. But the management of Uhuru Park and Central Park is squarely by the county government of Nairobi. We will still come to you, as you have said, that you are available for us, where we need support, where we need some technical assistance. The contractors who did a lot of this work had a contract with yourselves. They have no contract with us. So if we need them, we have a defects liability period. If we need them to fix something, hawakutengeneza mzuri, bado tunarudi kwenu. Mwambie hii hapa hakufanya mzuri, atengeneze, so that we can move forward. So I hope we have clarity there. To the people of Nairobi, this park was made for you. It is upon you to take care of it. We ask you to hand it over to the next generation by observing park rules. And the park rules have been put at the gates. We have a management system at the gates. When you come in, initially the plan was for people to pay for use of Uhuru Park. But because of that history, when you're in university, because of the airbagger, if you can't afford lunch, you can't afford to pay for the park. Uhuru Park will be accessible to the people of Nairobi for free, and it is not even free. They pay for it by their taxes, so they've been paying for it. Anybody can access this park. It is a people's park. When you come at the gate, we'll have a management system, which we have. Already it is at these 2 gates, gate D and gate, I think that is gate A, where you have your identification. Unatoa ID yako, tujue wewe ni nani, tunaeka CCTV hapa. People of Nairobi, let us take care of this park. Let us make sure we cannot allow vandalism. There are sections of Central Park that will be charged because of the exclusive uses. For instance, there's a very beautiful Nyatiti feature for weddings, and you can agree how much it is per month. We shall bring that to the finance bill in the assembly. For counties, anything that we charge must go through the finance bill that we shall bring to the assembly, so that wananchi can also use those secluded places or exclusive places. We're going to partner with this private sector to actually adopt certain areas, that they can use to help us, because this park belongs to all of us as the people of Nairobi and the people of Kenya. It's not just for Nairobians; it is for the people of Kenya. If you look at the work that has been done, it is for Kenyans, and anyone who has come for the first time to Nairobi. I've been told by those who came for the first time, one of the places they came to was the park, and then those who came later was KICC. Kupiga picha hivi. Now you can take that photo from here. with KIC. It's part of that heritage of our city. Um, Waziri, we're investing in many more green spaces across the county of Nairobi. We shall create more in various neighborhoods. We want recreational facilities in our neighborhoods. We want green spaces. We are going to put here equipment, gym equipment that doesn't need electricity. You know, if you go to Oswald Center, you will find elderly people every morning, you know, on those machines, on those bikes, you know, on those equipment for them to work out. We will have those here, so that anyone can come and work out. We're already partnering with Red Bull to put up 2 basketball courts down on that side. And we want this across the city. If you look at Troy Sambu, we're already 60% in creating the park near TRM. We have designed Waithaka People's Park in Dagoretti South constituency. Work will begin soon. We have plans to also do Kamkunji grounds, you know, because it is huge. We'll leave one for the politics, but another side across for a beautiful park, you know. So if you want a political rally, Kamkunji ground is open, but across that, we want to have a park for recreation. We want to do the same in Jacaranda. Jacaranda is also huge in Embakasi East. We're in talks with the education because it is under High-Ridge Technical Teachers College, High-Ridge Teachers College. It is huge. So they can do one side, pande moja ya siasa, but the rest, let people have these spaces wherever they are. The built environment gives people dignity and they enjoy. And there are many other parts of the city. Even in the estates, we want to be able to have this equipment that Mheshimiwa Soni, you can have swings and slides in Buruburu within the estates for children to play. Yeah, in Pangani, Wahinya, we have swings and slides and all of that you put, you know. Let us not just do brick and mortar, ya barabara, but creation for our children to also enjoy. You know, it means a lot. So in conclusion, let us recommit ourselves to the preservation and enhancement of this park and other parks in the city. Jivanji as well, you know, we're working on it. City Park is also being handed over from the Kenya Forestry Service. It is coming back to the city. And we're already talking to a lot of players in the private sector for the work that we want to do at City Park. City Park is a place, you know, it's very beautiful. We've seen encroachment, especially on the side along Muthaiga. Everybody who's encroached, just be ready to move because we're going to remove you. That park belongs to the people of Nairobi. It shall be used for the purpose with which City Park was created, you know. So all of those who've encroached, just do it on your own. So I don't say we have demolished. Just do it yourself. It is easier because when we come, we're not going to leave until we've restored the park. And it's an advance warning for them to know that everyone who has encroached on City Park, we have the maps, we have the entire dimensions of it, we have the deed plan. Please just start moving, you know. Let us cherish this green jewel in the heart of our city. And you know, this is going to be an amazing place. I was explaining to Waziri Duale, right next over here, we gave permission to Kenha to do an exit of the expressway. When we came into office, people had told us we need an exit. We spoke to Kenha and CS Murkomen. We have an exit of the expressway here that was commissioned recently. Next to it, in what is Green Park, we are doing a convention center, the Nairobi Convention Center, that is going to have conferencing facilities, performance venue. It's going to have hotels. Now you can imagine the positioning of Nairobi as the capital of conventions and conference, MICE, meetings, incentives, conferencing and exhibitions. That when you're doing a convention, somebody knows that from the airport, in 10 minutes, they will be in their hotel room over here. The hotel room is overlooking the most beautiful park. They can walk out and take a walk. They can come in, there'll be a shopping mall. They can do their shopping. If they want to play golf, we're doing a bridge into railway golf. There's a golf course on that side. I mean, which country will compete with Nairobi in terms of conferencing and conventions? No one will compete with the city of Nairobi. So that is our plan. Waziri, I want to really thank you. You have always been available. I have called you many times saying, please, to malize. And you've always been at hand. You've directed your PS. You've directed the members of the discipline force, of the military. And I know we shall continue walking this journey together. Just for information, pass on to the Public Procurement and Disposal Act. We are going to issue tenders and expression of interest for the business facilities that are here. We have restaurants that need to be run. We need a PPP for people to build a hotel. There's a restaurant, a biosphere restaurant. There's an African restaurant that is part of the plan. There is a Swahili restaurant that is part of the plan. There is a nightclub that is going to be here. We said, we agreed. Yo kupiga kelele kwa estates muache. Come here. You can come here and scream until the cows come home. You know? Because that is the zone. Sherehe mfanyie hapa. So also whoever wants to build that club on that side can be able to come and build it, because we want to bring back entertainment into the CBD. Before it used to be here, CBD and Baricho Road and parts of Westlands. And so that is going to be done in a very transparent way. You know, the boat, you know, running the boat is a business. Yeah, somebody will have to run that. You know, and part of it, it'll take some time, because we're going to drain this entire pond soon. We have to drain it so that we can concrete it, so that it is clear water. Yeah, so that is part of what is the pending works. So that even the boat ride you can enjoy. We have a lily pond on that side. We want to see ducks, you know, ducks floating over here on this water. As it is, you cannot have life because of the ground, ni mchanga ambayo inatokea. So tunashukuru kwa hayo mengi sana. Allow me to invite waziri wetu Adan Duale, tumpigeni makofi as he comes to address us.